Welcome back to the haunted road trip across America. We've traveled from icy Alaska to the deserts of Arizona, and now we've arrived in California, a land of extremes. Known for sunshine, beaches, and Hollywood dreams, California also carries some of the darkest and most chilling ghost stories in the country. This is a state built on gold rush booms and crushing busts where fortunes rose overnight and lives were lost just as quickly. It's a place of grand hotels, hidden valleys, glamorous stars, and towns left to rot in the dust. But wherever you find ambition, whether it's in a prospector's pan or a movie star's smile, you'll often find tragedy following close behind. And where tragedy lingers, hauntings are never far away. Tonight, we'll walk through a ghost town cursed by those who dared to steal from it. Step inside a lodge where laughter and music are still heard long after the guests have gone, and check into a Hollywood hotel where the stars of yesterday still shine in the shadows. These are California's 3 most haunted places you've never heard of. Bodie Ghost Town. High in the Sierra Nevada mountains lies Bodie, one of the best preserved ghost towns in America. In the 1870s, Bodie was a thriving gold mining community, home to more than 10,000 people. Its streets were lined with saloons, shops, schools, and churches. But for every ounce of gold pulled from the ground, countless lives were lost to violence, disease, and accidents. Bodie earned a reputation as one of the wildest towns in the West. Murders were common, robberies happened daily, and fires frequently tore through its wooden buildings. The residents themselves once said, "Goodbye, God, we're going to Bodie," as if entering the town meant leaving all hope behind. By the early 20th century, the mines dried up, and Bodie was abandoned. But some say its residents never left. Visitors walking the dusty streets often feel the weight of unseen eyes. Shadowy figures have been reported peering out of the windows of long empty homes. The old schoolhouse is said to echo with phantom children's voices. Then there's the curse. Legend has it that anyone who takes so much as a pebble or nail from Bodie will suffer terrible misfortune until the item is returned. Park rangers confirm they regularly receive packages of stolen artifacts mailed back with letters of apology, some describing accidents, illnesses, or financial ruin that struck as soon as the relic left town. Today, Bodie is preserved as a state historic park, frozen in time under a policy of arrested decay. Walking its streets is like stepping into another era, but don't mistake its silence for peace. The spirits of Bodie make themselves known to those who don't respect it. Would you risk pocketing a piece of this town, knowing the curse could follow you home? Brookdale Lodge. Nestled among the towering redwoods of the Santa Cruz Mountains is Brookdale Lodge, a place once known for its glamour, but now infamous for its ghost. Built in the early 1900s, the lodge became a hotspot for celebrities, politicians, and musicians. The centerpiece of the property is its dining room, a stunning hall where a natural brook runs directly through the floor, giving guests the illusion of dining in the middle of a forest. During its golden years, the Brookdale hosted everyone from Marilyn Monroe to Herbert Hoover. But beneath the glittering parties and famous faces, tragedy struck. The most enduring story is that of a little girl who drowned in the brook. Guests and staff say her spirit never left. They seen her apparition darting through the lobby, heard her laughter echoing in empty corridors, and even caught glimpses of her standing by the water that took her life. She isn't alone. Staff have reported hearing phantom music drifting through the lodge late at night, long after the ballroom emptied. Others describe sudden cold spots and the feeling of being watched as they move through the halls. Some even claim to see ghostly figures seated at tables in the dining room, enjoying a meal that never ends. The Brookdale's history is also tinged with whispers of organized crime. During Prohibition, it is rumored to be a hideout for gangsters, and some believe that the victims of mob violence still may linger there within its walls. The combination of celebrity excess, tragic accidents, and whispered violence has left the lodge with a layered, unsettling energy. Though it has undergone periods of closure and renovation, the Brookdale remains open to visitors today. but many who stay find their nights are far from restless. Between the laughter of unseen children, the strains of phantom music, and the icy presence of unseen guests, the lodge reminds visitors that glamour and grief often walk hand in hand. Would you dare to sit down for dinner here, knowing that the next table might be set for ghosts? Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. In the heart of Los Angeles stands the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, a glamorous landmark that opened in 1927. It was here that the very first Academy Awards were held, and for decades the hotel hosted the brightest stars of the silver screen. But Roosevelt isn't just known for its history, it's also one of Hollywood's most haunted spots. One of the most famous spirits said to roam its halls is none other than Marilyn Monroe. During her early career, she lived at the Roosevelt for nearly 2 years. Today, guests staying in her old suite reported strange phenomena, lights flickering, mirrors that seemed to shimmer, and the sense of being watched. Some even claim to have seen Marilyn's reflection in a full-length mirror that once hung in a room, even when no one else was there. Another frequent ghostly guest is Montgomery Clift, who stayed at the hotel while filming From Here to Eternity. Guests in room 928 have reported hearing the sound of someone practicing lines, playing a trumpet, or pacing the room. Staff believes these are echoes of Clift himself, still rehearsing late into the night. But it isn't just celebrities who linger here. Visitors have reported phantom children running through the hallways, disembodied voices in the ballroom, and the cold draft sweeping through empty corridors. The hotel pool is also said to be a hotspot for activity, with shadowy figures appearing at the edge and vanishing into thin air. For many, the Roosevelt embodies the idea that fame never truly dies. The glitz of Hollywood may fade, but its brightest stars, and the echoes of their lives, remain tethered to the places they once called home. Would you spend a night in Marilyn's old suite, knowing she still might be there, reflected in the glass? From the cursed ghost town of Bodie, to the haunted elegance of the Brookdale Lodge, to the star-studded but spectral Roosevelt Hotel, California proves that glamour and decay go hand in hand. Beneath the sunshine and starlight, the past lingers, sometimes in whispers, sometimes in full view. So, which California haunt would you dare explore? Would you risk the curse of Bodie, share a meal with unseen guests at Brookdale, or spend a night in Marilyn's suite at the Roosevelt? Share your answer in the comments. I'd love to hear which one chills you the most. If you're enjoying this haunted road trip, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on our next stop, Colorado. There, in the shadows of the Rockies, phantom figures roam abandoned tunnels, bridges echo with spectral drums, and the dead still wander historic cemeteries. Until then, travel safe, stay curious, and remember, the road ahead is haunted.